introducing the fifth step, which is meditation. We'll go through quickly the basic procedure just to reinforce it and show you where this fifth step fits in. Now, to go beyond thoughts, or you've got to create a big enough gap between your two thoughts so that you can slip into that gap, and between your two thoughts there's the kingdom of heaven, nirvana, samadhi, delta. So perfection, samadhi, nirvana, kingdom of heaven is here now, but your thoughts are getting in the way of it. That's all. Okay, now to quieten the mind, we've gone down into the mind and we've changed the patterning, which is only showing you how to play the games better, how to play the games well, how to enjoy the games, how to be positive within the games, and how to have a wonderful life. But the next step now is to transcend all of that. So this actually serves two purposes, the meditation, the fifth step. It's a Vipassana meditation, which is the technique that Buddha taught. Doesn't matter where it came from, but that's where it came from. And all it is following the breath. So you're just going to watch your breath. When I say watch it, you don't, go squint-eyed. You just follow the movement of the natural breath that is there anyway, and it was there the day you were born and is there till the day you die as far as your physical breath is concerned. It's the most vital thing in this universe, in this physical existence. If you lose your breath for a split second, you'll panic, you'll drop everything else, and you'll fight to get your breath back, right? Like if you're choking on something, nothing else matters, you've got to now fight for your breath. It's vital, but we're not even doing it for that reason. We're just reminding you of this incredible thing, the breath. Okay, but we're not even going to focus on how incredible it is. We're going to use it as a point of focus because it's there, going in, coming out, going in, coming out, and you busy doing all of your stuff and running around, and all the time there's your breath going in, coming out. Take that away and there's nothing. You don't run around anymore. So this is the most vital activity, and the beauty of this as a technique for meditation is that your breath and your thoughts are interrelated, if you've noticed. When your mind is stressed, when you're angry, you pant and snort like a bull. You see red. You're right up there in the red realm. When your thoughts are all disturbed, and when you're calm, you're hardly breathing. Your breath is very subtle because there's not all this disturbing energy. So we're going to follow the breath, and your objective is not to think any thoughts. Thoughts will come. Doesn't matter. You don't say, oh no, there's a thought, I've blown it. Oh, I'm useless. No. Thoughts are going to come. Let them come. Notice them. And instead of thinking them and developing them and going off on this whole tangent where you're just wasting time, that's all you're doing. Label that thought, let it go, come back to your breath. Whatever thought arises, irrelevant, come back to your breath. The phone rings, irrelevant. Let it go, come back to the breath. But you'll find, these little thoughts, or my leg hurts, irrelevant, let it go. But, the blood can't get to the toes. Irrelevant. Come back to the breath. Go in. Now, if my blood doesn't get to my toes are going to go gangrenous, my leg's going to fall off. Irrelevant. You know how the mind works. All these elaborate excuses. Going in, coming out. Just the breath. Going in, coming out. Yeah, this is very nice, but I haven't really got time. I've got to pick up the kid. Preoccupied. Because now you're busy with 3 deep breaths. Because otherwise you sit there and say, let me meditate, and your mind's already off before you even start. But now you're doing 3 deep breaths. That keeps you busy for 3 breaths. On the CD, you go through the colors. You breathe in the colors and let them out. It's just an extension. You just follow it. It's on the CD. But we breathe in another 7 breaths while we go through the colors. Then you count down 10 to 1. Now that counting 10 to 1 is very important. You see, it keeps the ego quiet, because the ego is watching all this, you see, and it says, well, Okay, I'm doing that, but how do I know I'm even meditating? Because it scorns it all the time, because it doesn't understand this. It wants to be active and go and conquer the world. And this meditation nonsense, stupid. But okay, I'll do it, it's subtle. It won't let on that it's against this. But it will say, well, how do I know I'm there? Okay, well, it's 10 steps down. You're 10 steps deeper from when you started. So the old ego says, oh, well, I know that, I can count. And it keeps it quiet. So now it shuts up. Okay, when you get to the count of 1, you need to be somewhere. So you find yourself in your ideal place. And you let your mind roam there, revolve around that place. Okay? So that's when you are focused, but your mind's still moving. Now we bring in the following of the breath to go even beyond that. We're not going to even let the mind contemplate a pleasant theme. We're going to go into pure concentration, which leads to meditation or transcend